Goldman Sachs is gravitating towards crypto. Mad Money's Jim Cramer regrets his position at Netflix. And the next Bitcoin halving will be the market rocket fuel. My name is Anuj and this is your nightly crypto news wrap up. Let's get it. Not that long ago, Goldman Sachs is doing everything that they can do to keep their client away from the crypto. They even dish out the FUD stories about how crypto is scam and a vehicle of fraudsters. Oh, how the table have turned. Last year, Goldman Sachs was quietly filing the patent to use XRP to validate transactions in the future. This year, they are making moves in a broad daylight. Crypto.briefing.com reports Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon met with FTX CEO Sam Bankman Fried in the Caribbean last month to discuss potential ways the two firms could be strengthened together in their business relations. The thing is, FTS is yet to release an IPO, so it makes sense that they would get in bed with the banking giant to navigate the water of funding and regulation. In their Caribbean conversation, the two have discussed a possible collaboration in the realm of market making. The American banking giant wants to be in the action, and their pockets are deep enough to simultaneously front run crypto and silence regulators. Long term, this story is more bullish for the future than you think. Goldman Sachs getting into crypto will keep them relevant as the financial winds change. For FTX, having Sach in the corner will help them in the regulation, liquidity, and possibly providing banking services on their exchange. CryptoBriefing.com points out due to crypto still uncertain global regulatory status, incumbent banks have traditionally been hesitated to bank crypto service providers. However, the trend seems to have begun the reversing. Institutions have already begun injecting big money into the crypto space. Now that the banks are teaming up with the exchange, liquidity and longevity will no longer be issue for the crypto.
The first member of the Magnificent Seven? Netflix. I saw a pathetic story today about how New York is reopening movie theaters as long as they're not in New York City. 50 people per showing, max. I yawned. I mean, who cares? Who wants that risk? Why not just stay at home and watch Netflix? The amazing thing about this one is the universality of its appeal. It's the Steve McQueen of the group. No one's going to movies anywhere around the world, which means the Netflix bull thesis must be true.
Netflix has tanked almost 70% since its November's all-time high $700. It has plunged 35% on a day, making this their largest drop since 2004. But this is indisputable evidence that the Netflix bull thesis have been invalidated. To me, it seems that Netflix could become a new blockbuster in no time. Besides, their pricing goes up extensively in the past 9 years. This drop comes as a result of losing 2 lakh subscribers, according to their quarterly earning reports. They also took a heavy dent in subscribers when they took off from the Russia. That move alone cost them 7 lakh users. It's not secret that Netflix has been trending water since everybody has seen the Squid Games. And now they are talking about adding ads in their streaming services in effort to stay above water. In the case of Jim Cramer, you could argue that the clip we played was from the pandemic and a lot of people were home watching the Netflix during pandemic. That's fair point. But this tweet is from the 3rd of the January this year. Good call on that one, Jumbo. I do rather take stock advice from the Twitter page Investor ETF Carmen, where they track the stock recommendations of Jim Cramer, so you can do the opposite. Profitable advice, I am sure. Now let's do our nightly crypto market watch. We got Bitcoin coming in at $40,528, down about 2% of the day. Ethereum coming in at $2,988, just lost that $3,000 level. Let's go ahead and check our top gainers. torn off 14.6% of the day, almost 20% of the week. We got DCR up about 10% on the day. Cyber network of 8% of a day. Titan network 5% up on a day. And Monero up about 5% on a day. Obviously, we had a pump this morning and we are starting to retrace just a little bit. We did lose that 41k dollar level, which I didn't want to see. But we will see if we can get back above it overnight. The lower time frames aren't looking too bad. Now back to the news. The Bitcoin fourthly halving event in 744 days from now. And just thinking about it, it makes me want to put on my spacesuit. If you don't know, the halving is when the supply of new Bitcoin is created. Literally gets cut in half along with the amount of Bitcoin the miners get rewarded. Right now, around 900 new Bitcoins created every day, and miners get 6.25 Bitcoin for each block created. After the halving, around 450 Bitcoins will be created per day, and the miners will earn around 3.125 Bitcoin every block. This is a recipe for a parabolic price action because by the time 2024 rolls around, the demand for the Bitcoin will be higher than it is now. Since more and more countries giving the crypto a green light, Finbold.com reports after the 19 million block was mined by SBI Crypto on April 1, it became clear that the only 2 million crypto left to be issued of the total supply of 21 million bitcoins. Although we won't mine the last bitcoin until 2140. Every halving along the way plays its own role in the story. Historically, Bitcoin pumps a year and a half after every Bitcoin halving. So around October, November 2025, we could be on the moon. Prepare for the liftoff while you still can. That's all I got. Thank you.